Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. So, I always look forward to this time on Thursday. It's a great time we have together. We're connecting, and I see some new people here tonight. Can't wait to hear from you and meet you. We have a very special evening tonight. As some of you know, we try to find musicians for different slots in the show. And we have a special one tonight. It will be videos of this musician. He was a very special man. He was friends of some of us here, and he touched the hearts of many people. He was very inspiring, and he was professional. He won Grammys, but the most important thing is the reason he sang was to connect people. And he inspired so many people that to be happy and to smile. And he lives on in his children, his friends, because he was so loving. And I believe he lives on in all of us. So tonight you're going to be able to hear this wonderful man. And you're also going to be able to share about somebody that inspired you in your life. So it's going to be a very special evening. I can't wait. I'm very excited. I have chills, and it's going to be a joyful evening. So we're broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube, and let's get started. I hope you have some food, relax, enjoy, and we're going to have Alyssa. She's going to go over the mute button and the video button, so we don't have any problems. Everything will go smoothly. Go ahead, Alyssa.
Hi, everybody. Great to be here. And for those who are not familiar or maybe forgot or not using Zoom too often, I will just remind you where the mute button is located on different devices. Our great friend Rona did slides so we can see the mute button at the bottom screen. And here we go. We have a blinking red circle around this button, so you will not miss it. That's if you're connected on the computer. And we can see the next slide. That is the iPad, which is, of course, the location is in the opposite, is at the top, but again, the red blinking circle locates it pretty easily, so it's clear, I hope, to everyone who is connected on iPad. And now we want to ask you to use actively a chat button because there will be question posted. You can also ask the question, and so please check the chat. And on the computer, the chat is located on the bottom, and you see the blinking red circle that indicates the location. And on the iPad, it is located, of course, at the different location. It's at the top of the screen, and there are three dots. You have to press on three dots, and one of the options will be chat. So please use those buttons, and I hope our conversation and communication will be flawless today.
One thing I didn't mention, everyone. Thank you, Alyssa. It's the topic for tonight is a walk through the woods, and it's a tribute to Charlie Wood. This was the man's name that I was talking about. I didn't even give you his name. And also his wife is here with us. She's a guest with us. So I think now we're going to listen to a video about Charlie.
Guitarist Charlie Wood was named winner of 2 bronze medals from Global Music Awards in 2016 for 2 of his songs, East Meets West off the Watercolor CD and Rhythms of the Eclipse off of the Rhythms of the Eclipse CD. This prestigious award is given for professionalism, creativity, listener impact, technical quality, uniqueness, and styling. It was an honor to be considered by this organization and the contributions it has made to the music industry. Born in San Antonio and raised in the small town of Bulverde, Texas, Charlie was playing banjo at the age of 7. Charlie formed an interest in the guitar at the age of 9 and began taking lessons from jazz guitarist Dow Daggett at age 11. When he was 14 years old, Charlie began playing various types of music professionally, from rock and roll, R&B, blues, and country. Charlie played with many of country's finest musicians, including Johnny Gimbel and other country megastars performing at Gilley's. Charlie was also in the house and road band with Gilley for 3.5 years. Wood's first contemporary jazz CD, In the Thick of the Woods, was considered for a Grammy in 1996 for Best Contemporary Jazz Album. On his second release, Rhythms of the Eclipse, he received great reviews from noted jazz critics. His last CD, Watercolors, breathes with the life of Charlie's heart and soul, reflecting his belief in mankind living in unity as one man, one heart, and one soul. Kim Stone stated that this CD is, in his opinion, the best one so far, and it was considered for a Grammy in 7 categories, including Best Contemporary Jazz Album. Additionally, Charlie was given the opportunity to be music director for 2 play productions. The first, Ring of Fire, was a musical homage to the legendary Johnny Cash. This play was a huge success with sold-out seats for every performance. The second play, Precious, about struggles with Alzheimer's, also garnered huge record attendance. Charlie felt that he was able to share his love of music and give back to the community through his music. Giving from his heart, Charlie taught those who wanted music in their lives. Charlie felt music is the universal language, and anyone, no matter their country of origin, understands and feels music. It is a sensation, a feeling within. Charlie passed away suddenly from a fatal heart attack a few years ago. However, he and his music live on in our hearts. We are very fortunate to have his wife, Debbie Wood, here with us today. She has written a book about Charlie, Life Began with Charlie, and she'll read an excerpt from the book to us later today, so stay tuned for that. And now you'll see this great man and musician in our first video.
Amazing. I know Charlie did amazing instrumentals, and the name of that one was Intention. And knowing Charlie, it was the intention for good and love to cover the earth at all times with all of our actions. So now for the new people that are here, if you could just open your mics. I'm not going to call on you. If you can open your mics and just introduce yourself, give us your name and where you're from, please.
I'm Jeannie from Western North Carolina. I've been here, but I've been gone. I was here for 2 weeks and then I missed 2 weeks, but I'm back. Thanks.
Hey, Jeannie.
Yeah, I'm Denise. I'm from Massachusetts. I've only been here a couple of times too, like Jeannie.
Yeah, really, if it's,
I'm
yeah, go ahead, Nancy.
No. All right, what the heck? Hi, my name is Nancy, and I was born in the city, and I love coming here because there's people none of us have talk about real things. So I love this. So hi, everyone, and welcome to Charlie Wood's beautiful wife.
Beautiful. Thank you.
My name's Melody. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I don't get to come very often because of the time of day, out in Pacific time, essentially. But it is so good to be here, and I love to come when I can.
Well, I'm Debbie Wood, and it's my first time here. And I want to thank everyone who thought to invite me here and wanted to remember Charlie and his music and what he was about. And it means so much to me and to all his friends. Thank you so much, guys.
Hi, I'm Tara Mayorga. Charlie was my dad. It's my first time here, and I'm grateful to you for honoring my dad in this way and his love of music.
Thank you, Tara.
Hi, if it's okay, I apologize if I'm intruding. I'm Tara's fiance. My name is Sam. I unfortunately never met Charlie, but I have heard so many stories from Debbie, from Tara, from Ruthie, from David, from Kevin, all of the children that he raised, that even if they weren't biologically his own, he viewed they were his children. I really regret that I never got to meet him in person, but I am eternally grateful for the impression that he left with them and for the example he set to be a father that he didn't have to be. And because communications being what they are, I really, really hope
You muted yourself.
I'm very sorry I never got to meet him, but thankfully I have gotten to see the fruits of his labors with his wife and his children. And I am very grateful for that. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I wish I knew how to use this thing, but I really don't. This is Mike Minerva. I live in Bulverde, Texas, and I had the utmost pleasure to be able to play with Charlie when we were at the Stage Theater, and we played the Johnny Cash Rang Far musical. And boy, was that fun. I really enjoyed that. I learned so much from Charlie just listening and watching him. And thank you, Debbie, for giving us a chance to hear some more of Charlie on here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Mike, that's so cool. There is a video button down there if you want us to see your beautiful face.
Yeah. A video button? I don't know. I'm on my iPad. I don't really have I don't see
Oh,
anything.
it's up on the right-hand corner. Up on the right-hand corner, top right. Right next to the unmute button, there's a video button.
Oh, I see. Okay. Start video. Ah, there it is.
There it
Oh, I'm
is.
sorry about that.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
Not too much. Just enjoying hearing Charlie one more time. I guess I should say that there was one time while Charlie left the stage for a bit while we were practicing, and while he was gone, I started playing on my guitar, and I don't play lead at all, not anywhere near like Charlie, just a few chords in the background. But while he was gone, I started to play something, and we came back out. He heard me play it, and then he recognized what it was. And when he recognized it, boy, that just gave me such a wonderful feeling to realize that somebody could actually understand, excuse me, what I was playing. Anyway, yeah, there I didn't die. But Stage Theater is closed down right now, obviously. But when it comes back up again, we hope we'll be able to do some more live music there with them in Charlie's memory, actually. I know the folks from the stage would be happy to do that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike. Mike, if you could put the mute back on the microphone, please. Okay, is there anyone else? If not, we're gonna have Debbie read from the book. Okay, Debbie, take it away, please.
Let me remember to unmute. Well, y'all asked me to speak today about Charlie for 2 or 3 minutes, and I thought to myself, wow, I would really need an eternity to do him justice. First, I want to thank all of y'all, like I did earlier, for even putting this together. And I wrote down what I wanted to say because I did not want to start crying. So these are excerpts from my book about Charlie called Life Began with Charlie. I want to start off by saying life is but a groove, Charlie's slogan, as he felt life had a groove, an energy flow. He loved all things, God, family, friends, his guitar, and music. Charlie was a true artist, being able to perform all genres of music, but contemporary jazz was his first love. He was a simple man, totally all heart, not mind, not ego. He lived a life of connection and unity, and humble is his middle name. He always told me success was relative. If you could earn a living doing what you love, then that's success. Charlie never met a stranger, and he had one rule: always give everyone a hug. If you knew Charlie, you felt him, his heart, and a person never left his presence without him telling them that he loved them, and he meant it. Charlie was not a man of many words, but he spoke his heart through his music and guitar playing. Music was his life, and he felt God had given him a gift with the ability to play, and he wanted to share that gift with everyone by bringing them pleasure and comfort by performing for them. He said music was universal language because it speaks to people through their soul. His guitar was his medium for connection. He had a music school in Bulverde where he gave back to his community by teaching. And his lesson to me in life, which he kept telling me from the first day that I met him in 1991, August 10th, cover everything with love, and in times of disagreements or obstacles, go above it. Charlie was so perceptive about everything. I hope hearing Charlie's music, you will feel his essence and his heart, and I hope it will captivate your heart as he captivated mine. One more thought to leave you with from Charlie. One of the songs you heard is called The Intention, and he wrote this song because he said, no matter what you do in your life, the only thing that matters is your intention behind it. Treat each other with unconditional love and kindness because, in the true reality, we are all in the same boat. Charlie is hugging each and every one of us right now, and he is saying he loves you. And in Charlie's first love note to me ever that he wrote, I always think of you first, and I can't live without you. And I won't ever leave, even when I die. I'll still be with you always. Charlie, I love you to the moon and back.
Thank you, Debbie. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. We always do an icebreaker each week, and what Debbie just spoke about with Charlie, it's really the question we're leading into. The question is, tell us about a person who had a profound influence on your life and why. And we could see how Charlie touched so many of, obviously, Debbie and his family and friends here. So any order, anybody wants to go, try to keep it short because we want to hear from everybody. And the question again is, tell about one person who had a profound effect on your life and why. Anybody could start, whoever feels it in their heart to speak.
I just want to say what Debbie just read was so beautiful. You know, Charlie was like one of the most patient people I've ever met. You know, he would never, even raise his voice, even think twice about, ever, giving you any kind of negative impression. And it gave me such an example, just seeing him, how much of a kind heart he had, and he was willing to do anything for anyone. So for me, this day is like such a reminder of what a great friend he was. And I hope to at least be a little percentage of how great he is. Thank you.
I'll just add that I knew Charlie personally as well, and he also had a profound influence on my life. He was one of the warmest, kindest people I've ever met. But keeping with this icebreaker, I'll talk about someone else who had a profound influence on my life. My grandparents actually passed away about 2 years ago at this point. And my grandmother was my favorite person in the whole world. And my grandparents in general, both of them, they were together for something like 75 years, which is completely unimaginable in this day and age. But the way that they stuck it out through thick and thin, they were there for each other through everything. And the devotion that they had to one another was a profound influence for me. And I'll never forget it. So I have that example to live by.
Are you done, Nina? Am
Yes.
I speaking?
Yes.
You had the most profound effect on my life continues. She's our housekeeper who brought me up. And I just told her to quit freaking me out. I was sitting down listening to a speech on living in a disconnected world because I just felt bad. And all of a sudden, Liz turns on Ashford and Simpson, Solid as a Rock, which is our song. And she does that a lot. And I just wrote on Facebook because I'm part of her family. I just wrote, Liz, cool it. You don't freak me out. You did that once when I was driving. And you told me, I said to you, that could have caused an accident. And you said, you asked for it, Nan. So I said, just cool it, will you? It's just freaking amazing. The speaker stopped. It's like, Jesus. So she continues to have an effect on my life. And she was saying to me, Nan, it's not all disconnected. She was helping me. I love her. So that's who did, our housekeeper, because my mom didn't have it in her. She didn't, yeah.
Thank you, Nancy. Beautiful. Everybody affects us. You can see that. Big or small. Anybody else would like to? It could be anybody living or still with us that has a profound effect on your life. We only have time for a couple.
The person who had the most profound effect in my life, really changed the course of my life. I never met in person. It was back in the late 80s. It was on PBS, and it was Joseph Campbell. And he had a series of 6 Power of Myth. And it was 6 hours of television that just totally changed my life. I feel like for the first years of my life, I lived in a very little box of ideas of right and wrong, raised in a very small little rural community with a particular religion, and everything was just tight. And the idea, you tried to live inside that nice little box, and he came along and just blew the doors off. And it just, everything changed. I began studying all sorts of paths of religion and literature. He gave me a new set of eyes to look at, and it took me, to my present day tradition. And I would just, every time I hear his name, I just am filled with appreciation.
I love it. We're short on time. We're going to the workshop, the roundtable questions will lead into what we just spoke about. So we have a chance to add in the questions, but we're going to listen to another video from Charlie and get to know him well. They're queuing it up.
Wood is here, and he's playing a favorite just for us. Thank you, Shelley. Now, don't spend too much over there. Well, his music has been called rare and pure of heart. And now guitarist Charlie Wood has hit it big. Charlie's no stranger to the music scene, playing everything from country to R&B and rock and roll. But this Bulverde-raised musician found his passion in playing jazz music. And Charlie has just come out with a new CD, Rhythms of the Eclipse. And he's here to play some holiday music for us. Good morning to you.
Thank you, Leslie. How are you doing?
It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you, too.
So what is it about jazz that you really found your home in?
Well, the type of jazz I do is contemporary, and it's a mixture of a lot of different kinds of genres. Anything from ballad-type songs to Latin to funk. So it's really a hodgepodge of a lot of different kinds of music.
And you're going to play a new cut for us. What are you going to play for us?
Well, I'm going to play a Christmas song.
Oh, you're going to play a Christmas song. All right.
But the first cut on the album is called Better Days, and it was dedicated to all the people for 911, and then also for all the caretakers of the world, and then, of course, for all the battered women. You know, I'm a big believer in you know, helping them out.
So you make sure that everyone is taken care of. We're
Yes.
going to hear that Christmas tune. Which one are you doing it for us today?
God rest you merry gentlemen. Also, I wanted to say also that I'm having my release party at the Cameo Saturday at 6:30, and I wanted to invite everybody to come.
Consider yourself invited. There it is, the Cameo Theater there on Commerce Street, Saturday,
Yeah.
6:30.
6:30.
All right. We want to hear from you, Charlie. Let's go ahead and have you
All
play.
right.
All right. I'm going to get out of the way because you're the star.
All right.
And you can learn more about Charlie Wood and his future dates and his CD release party, 639-3793, the number to call. Also, go to charliewoodjazz.com. Again, his release party coming up Saturday night at the Cameo Theater at 6:30. Thank you so much, and Merry
Thank you.
Christmas to you. Just beautiful. Well, coming up Monday on San Antonio.
Thank you so much, Rona. That was really beautiful. So we're going to move on to the next part, which is our roundtable circle discussion. I just want to say that it's such a privilege to be here, and of course to have Debbie and your children here, and to like feel I feel like Charlie's here with us. You know, like I think everybody does, and you didn't need to know him to feel it. And that was the thing about Charlie, was that I met Charlie a bunch of times, and I'm not sure that we ever actually exchanged a word, but I felt him so strongly, just the way that I feel him now. It was really through his music and his heart that he shared with the world. So Rona, could you share the slide for us? Great. Okay, so just a couple of reminders about our roundtable etiquette. So we're here to build a space of support, love, care, and warmth. I think we've already achieved that, so let's just continue. Number one, everyone is equal and very important. Number two, we go around the table and we speak briefly and on topic. Let's try to remember that because we want to hear from everybody today. And then three, listen attentively. So when you're not speaking, you're actively listening. We're trying to feel one another. So let's have a great discussion. And we're going to have two questions. And the first question is, what adds meaning to your life? So what adds meaning to your life? And I'm going to call on people just to keep things moving. Okay, I didn't even think about the question, but I guess I need to start. What adds meaning to my life? I guess my friendships, probably I would have to say. That's the number one thing that adds meaning to my life. Denise.
I was going to say the same thing, Sarah. Friends. So I'll just add to that. Close friends. There you go.
There's nothing like them. Nancy. Unmute, Nancy.
Okay, is that right? Jesus. All right. No, here I am.
No, you had it, Nancy. You had it before. Press it one more time.
Yes?
Yes,
Well,
we hear you.
okay, I look much better now. I think what adds meaning to my life is that I had a traumatic brain injury and I had to change my identity because I went from being an art director in Amsterdam, and I came home and I couldn't do that. So I had to change my identity, and I changed it into writing. And I have a really good editor now. She's amazing. If you read what she's done, it's like it puts you to sleep, it's so much. And she likes my writing, and that adds such meaning to my life, because living with a traumatic brain injury just sucks. So that's it. And I hate to say it because I'm divorced, but my little two cutie cats do too. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Jeannie, how about you?
Well, the main thing I have to say every time is family. My little granddaughter, who's 10 years old, pretty much said it all. I've had a lot of losses. And 3 years ago, when my husband died, my granddaughter said, "Nana, are you going to die?" And I said, "No, baby, I'm going to do my very best to stay here." And I've clung to that, and that has given me reason to make my life the best I can make it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeannie. A lot of tears tonight, huh? Debbie, how about you?
Oh my gosh, so many. Besides friends and children, grandchildren, it's just really the trials and tribulations bring me to a recognition of gratitude for everything. Gratitude and the blessings I've been given from God and everything, y'all, everything, Charlie, music, everything.
Thank you, Debbie. Rono, how about you?
I could say people in general, if you pay attention, they will give you opportunities to help them, and you'll suddenly realize that you very small things you do, you can have a tremendous impact on someone's life.
John, how about you? Oh, sorry, John Larkins.
Working with people, like-minded people on a very how can I say this? Like just towards a goal, towards a common goal, and just feeling everybody really putting their heads in and putting their hands in. And so going back to what you were saying in the rules about no one feeling above themselves. I have several friends that work like that all the time, and it's really is it shows that human spirit when you are immerse yourself in a place like that where people are willing to help one another.
Paula, how about you?
I would say my pets. My two cats are probably the most joyous creatures I've ever encountered. They bring me a lot of joy.
Thank you, Paula. Natalia, how about you?
So I work with older adults, and I'm kind of social worker. And besides family members and friends, which already been said, I feel like I have a mission also to help them, and it brings meaning to my life too.
I don't know who can speak that doesn't have their camera on, but I'm going to give it a try. Is that Moran?
Miran. My name is Miran. What gives meaning to my life? Probably my work. And of course the love of my friends. Simple.
Thank you, Marin. David, can you speak? I'm not sure if to, I guess not. David Walker, if you can speak, go ahead whenever there's like a moment of silence, but I'm going to call on somebody else just to keep it moving. Nina, how about you?
I'm surprised it hasn't been said yet, but love. Love is what gives meaning to my life. I always have too much to give. And when I was little, I would go up to strangers and try to hug them, and my mom would pull me away. This world wasn't ready for my love, but that's what gives meaning to my life.
Thank you. That is a good one. Okay, let's go to the second question. So, what can you do to add meaning to others' lives? What can you do to add meaning to others' lives? Well, I'm going to say something that I felt that somebody said here, and I felt like her just saying it gave it to me. So I'm going to say having a sense of gratitude. Can we hear from Alyssa?
Thank you, Sarah. Could you repeat the question exactly? Sorry, everything is so emotional.
What can you do to add meaning to others' lives?
I think I can take off all my shields, open my heart, and that would be the best gift for everyone I will encounter.
Good one. Just a reminder, everybody, that our amazing Nina is writing all of our answers down in the chat. So we always like to copy these afterwards and put them up on social media because they're like, it's a great checklist. Melody, how about you?
I love the way you said before gratitude, the way both of you said it. And for me, it's if I love doing things for people so that they are grateful. It's like passing it on so that there's an experience of gratitude, not in me but in them. And I just love that. I love that, to hear that gratitude from others.
Thank you, Melody. Roberta, how about you?
Well, it would make sense what everybody's saying to try to fulfill their needs. So when you hear, someone's lacking love or loves love, let's say, forget lacking, loves love, then you want to love them more. I like to share things I have, if it's laughter, if it's, serious talk or whatnot, but sharing and fulfilling other people's desires, if I can.
Mike, how about you?
Well, I guess the main thing that I like to do to help other people was, before the virus stopped everything from going on, once a week I would go to New Braunfels, to the New Braunfels Senior Center, and play with a band there called the Golden Oldies. And we would play for the people that were coming to eat lunch. They didn't come to hear us, they came to eat lunch. But I really went to give the other people a chance to play their music. I love supporting them and doing that. I didn't get a chance to answer the first question, but the most important person in my life is my wife, Carmen, whom I love very much. And what I like doing best is getting up in the morning and feeding God's creatures, the deer that are outside my house and the birds and the squirrels. Put out food for them every morning. But that's about it.
Thank you, Mike. Denise, how about you?
Yeah, I think it's a lot what everybody's saying. To to really accept others, to show others that whether something's different from how they think or whatever, that you find some common ground, and that you can listen to each other and accept each other, without basically trying to change people or judge people. And I think that helps people find meaning, really.
Wow. Jeannie? Remember to unmute.
Good time. There we go. Okay, pretty much what was just said. I'll just follow up on that a little bit more. That's what I was thinking. I try to be available to people if I think they're in need. Of course, mostly it's been online or on the phone, but just be there for people and listen and let them know that they're heard. I think that's, and let them know I love them.
Thank you, Gina. Moran, how about you?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, it's what can you do to add meaning to others' lives?
I like to, for me, it's really all about serving, about helping other people. I've got always had a really strong bent on health, so helping other people with their health, but not just people, but everything really. So trying to work to keep everything in balance, I guess.
Thank you. Nancy? Unmute, Nancy.
All right, do it. Do it again. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh,
Hear you.
I am swearing. All right. Okay, you can still hear me? All right. What you can do to add to other people's lives is recognize them. And recognize them. They're not just an employee or whatever, but to just treat them with respect. You know, I'm not being, but you just listen to them. And really, when somebody has something that's going on, don't formulate any answers. Just listen. The worst thing you can do is suggestions. You just keep validating them and saying that must be difficult. And they, with their own way of getting through things. So I think just treating people with letting them know, hey, I'm listening, you know, yeah. I love spreading styles and happiness because it comes back. And as I said, I have this TBI. So when people say to me all the time in the locker room, hey, Nancy, it's good to see you. I'm like, who were you? But whatever, just spreading respect, just listen. And I don't know. Sarah, how about you?
Thank you, Nancy. Well, I also think spreading joy is the best and perfect timing, because that's where we're going to go. Carl, do you want to lead us into the next segment?
Yeah, I was going to speak right after Nancy. Mine was yours, Nancy. Same thing. I was going to say the same thing. So right now, what we're going to do, we do it every week, is we're going to do the spotlight dance. So we're going to hear another song from Charlie Wood, and it's more of a kind of jazzy couples dancing song. So when the spotlight comes on you, when you see your picture bigger on the screen, there's also going to be like a little unmute to speak thing there. Don't worry about that. When you see your picture come up, you dance, some kind of dance, some kind of move, dance move. And everybody is going to follow your dance move. When it goes to the next person, you change the move and everybody follows. All right? So, Rono, take us away.
Oh, that was great. It's like we start moving now. Now we can get some air and breathe. Okay. Well, this brings us to it's like the dessert of since it's open diner, where we get a chance to not impressions, but give a toast if you'd like. Raise a toast to someone. It's been a very special evening. I'd like to go first. I just wanted to say again to Debbie, a cheers and a thank you for bringing this back to us. You know, it's been, I know, fresh for you for a long time, but hearing Charlie's songs and all of us gathering like this, it's absolutely beautiful. And I want to give a big toast to you and your family for being here and letting us share this. It means so much to us and you, and I'm sure to Charlie. I wanted to thank you. Cheers. And if anybody would like to share from the heart anything you feel about this evening, or like to give a heartfelt wish to somebody, whatever makes you happy. We have a little time. Anybody could speak.
I just want to say for the people that were close to Charlie, friends next to Debbie, that showed up here tonight. I think it's wonderful that you showed up and spoke about Charlie, and it really warmed my heart, and I think it was felt very much for Debbie also. Thank you.
I want to thank Charlie for coming. Can you hear that? No.
Yeah, we heard you.
We heard you.
Oh, what's so funny? Well, I do. I want to thank Charlie for coming because his warmth, there's this huge hug around us. And thank you. Thank you, Charlie. And it was good to hear your music. And it was good to just see you. Thank you.
I'd like to raise a toast to Charlie. I never met him, never knew him, but I had the honor of being able to work on the video today and putting it together, and I felt like I really got to know him. And as a fellow musician, I totally understand where he was coming from and where his heart was coming from. So thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Debbie.
I want to say thank you, Debbie, for inviting me. And I can feel the mixture of joy and grief that you're feeling right now, sister. I love you.
And I wanted to say, I'm sorry.
Oh, Alana, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a few words because I did have the honor to meet not even once Charlie and Debbie, and one time I hosted them in my house, which was an amazing honor and experience, and really to get to know much closer the amazing person, warm, caring, and of course amazing musician Charlie was, and how Charlie and Debbie were like as a couple. They are the best, like really most beautiful, loving couple I think I met actually.
Thank you. Thank you, Alana. I can't thank all of y'all enough for all this. I feel all of you all the time. And I know Charlie would be happy, well, he is happy, knowing that you're playing his music, you are thinking about him and thinking about me, and I have such gratitude for all of it. And I don't even know how to say thank you enough. And all the blessings and kind things all of y'all have said.
You know, I just wanted to add one thing. We have one of the friends here that joined. Her name's Dr. Marlene. She couldn't speak. She had problems with the internet. She says it seems like she's having internet problems. She wanted to say she listened to Charlie Wood's majestic music most of the day today between patients. She's a doctor. She said, just wonderful. Thank you for having this tribute to such a talented and special human being. And that's Dr. Marlene. I just wanted to share that with you, Debbie, and everybody here. Thank you, Marlene.
And I would only add to Debbie, you're thought of so often, and my toast and my prayer is that as more time passes, that Charlie is with you in the sweetest way, and that the joy and the love replaces all of the pain and the sadness, and that is just this beautiful presence and gratitude of his being.
By the way, guys, I'm going to be releasing a new CD by Charlie of some instrumental music that he did, and I have the song streaming right now. I forgot where, but in several places. But yeah, so I'm going to be releasing CD as soon as I find a graphic artist, so to make the cover for me. Thank you.
I just wanted to say that having known Charlie for many years and knowing what an amazing person he was and such a talented musician, and never really having a chance to say goodbye, it was so sudden. I feel like this event tonight commemorates him in such a beautiful way. And like Carl told us in the beginning, Charlie's whole life's dream was to bring people together in connection. And I think we've achieved that tonight, even though there were a lot of tears shed and it was a very emotional event. But I feel like we've paid respect to our dear friend Charlie this way. So thank you.
We have one more song we wanted to play by Charlie, and it's running over the time. Do we want to play this song before to close us out here? I think so. We're good. Let's do it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone. Every Thursday night, 6:30. Bring your friends.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Lisa,
Thank you.
Sarah, everybody. Thank
Mwah.
y'all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Love you.
Love
welcome.
you. Love y'all. Love you.
Hugs to you from all of us.
Thank you. Super. Do I get a copy of this?
Debbie, it was recorded. We'll send you a copy.
You will? Thank you.
Yes, and it's also on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Love you.
Hi, everyone.
How do you find it on Facebook?
Thank you, Mike.
Mike,
Nancy,
come back and perform on the show.
How do you find him on Facebook?
It was just displayed on the screen. We are one on Facebook. We're one is the name of the page.
I'm always all right. I'm fine. Okay, thank you. Take care.